Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art and welcome to another video. Right now, as of filming this is 12, about quarter to 1 Thursday morning. And the reason why, because I just finished watching a movie. I know I do movie reviews on Mondays, but this coming Monday will be the last movie review for Mondays, because it'll be end of September. And I'll be doing them sporadically. So, I mean, I'm also on vacation this week, so I had a lot of more time on my hands than normal. But anyway, this movie I'm going to talk about is a recent movie. It just came out a couple of months ago. Ish. Here's the thing. Years ago, I saw this movie in a movie theater, and I loved it. It didn't do very... tell you, it sold a lot of money. But people didn't like... But it seems like a lot of people didn't like the movie, which I didn't quite understand, but, hey, it's subjective. Then what happened was a rumor that the movie that you saw in theaters was not the original movie because they reshot a whole bunch of scenes. They did. But, and so what happened, as soon as we found out that there was a actual director's cut, a lot of fans decided to hound this company to release that original footage. So they did. They cleaned it up, and they did. Now, what happened is that if you had HBO Max, you could have saw it. And if you did, good for you. If you was like me, who decided I didn't want to spend more money on another streaming site when I'm paying I'm paying over $200 a month for the Comcast Triple Play because somebody wanted a house phone with voicemails, but don't check it. I wonder who. People want cable. And people, a lot of people say, well, why don't you get the apps? Well, the thing is, some apps require actual subscription. So, a subscription to a cable subscription, So, I was like, okay, fine. But anyway, this movie is the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yes, it's about 4 hours. Just about 4 hours. I started this, about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Then my friend calls me for his girlfriend problems, and I'm like, oh, I can't enjoy this movie with this. So I basically made him feel like shit so I can get back to this damn movie. I'm sorry, it was harsh, but if you want to know more about, I'll tell you more about that later. But anyway, this movie is about 4 hours, and it makes more sense. The theatrical version that you saw, I love it, but it seemed, after watching it a couple times, especially when you get it on Blu-ray, in the theater, you watch it, you're like, yeah, you get immersed in it. But when you buy it and you start watching it, you say, certain things don't make sense, but okay, how did this person know about this? How did this person know about that? The Snyder version explains it all. It explains it all. And it makes that movie makes more sense. Man. The only thing I did not like about this movie so far was the cameo of Martian Manhunter. He shows up in 2 scenes. He should have been in there in the fight. He should have been in there in a real fight. Normally the Justice League is 7 members. There's 6. So Martian Manhunter would have been make it 7, which would have been good. But anyway, I was expecting some of the reshoot footage in this movie Now I know which one was reshot. There wasn't that much. There was some comedy in here, but not that much. This is what happens when you wake up super early and you're up super late. But anyway, this movie did not feel like 4 hours. Now the funny thing is, when I saw the Avengers Endgame, when it was like 3 hours, it was like 3 to 4 hours. At some parts, it felt like 3 to 4 hours to me. But this movie, to me, is broken. Now, the good thing about it, is 2 discs. Part 1, Part 2. First 2 hours and the other 2 hours, which is good. Now, to tell you the truth, in my opinion, I can see why they would release the regular version. I could see that instead of this one, because what they could have done, they could have did like what they did with Lord of the Rings and other movies. The first 2 hours, release it here, makes that ton of money. Then what happened was the next 6 months later, release the second one. Made the triple. It could have made double and quadruple the money. But in my opinion, this version is the better version. It's the better version to me. Even though the regular version, I still like it, but this one I love better after watching this. Oh my gosh, this was so good. I was actually crying in some spots because I was so overjoyed. And plus, it showed the big bad booty daddy bad guy dark side, which made more damn sense than Steppenwolf being the main bad guy. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. No. I was like, where the fuck is my dark side? Well, he's in here, baby. Had Desaad, his sniveling companion, and Granny Goodness was in this, so it was kind of cool as a cameo. But my man, Dark's had a couple good scenes in this one and good speaking parts. Oh man, I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot withstand the magnitude of goodness this movie has brought me. But anyway, enough joking around. But I love this movie. If you saw this movie, if you haven't saw this movie, I would recommend it. First, watch the theatrical version first, the regular 2.5 hour movie first, before it steps into this bad boy. Then you could definitely see the difference. Definitely see the difference. In my opinion, this is the better, not because it's 4 hours and it explains a hell of a lot more than 2.5 hours, but this, in my opinion, was a much better movie. Zack Snyder knows his shit about making movies. Yeah. Even though The Man of Steel wasn't the best movie I saw of the bunch, but it was much better than Wonder Woman 84. This movie right here was much better than Wonder Woman 84. Batman vs. Superman, which people hated, was much better than Wonder Woman 84. But anyway, without being said, I love this movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Man, there's not that many fight scenes in it, but it's nice. But otherwise, thank you very much. Get ready to go to bed so I can get it back up in it tomorrow. Alright, talk to you guys later and see you.